In 3, 2, 1. Que la verga. We're on this bitch.
We're back on that Gacho Vida podcast.
He ain't lying.
That Gacho Reactions.
That by
Here
the way,
with Spider G.
fucking lied on me.
We got my primo as a guest over here.
Ocho.
Cuando
te pegues
Rocha.
Ocho.
You can't hear him, but you can see him.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. Vice versa, cabroncitos. So what's up, Derek? How was your weekend, man? Darío.
How was my weekend? How was my week?
Fuck you and your weekend. Put on the channel. Don't worry about that. I told you they can't hear that, right?
Put on the screen, man, so I can see the shit.
It's not in there yet. All right, guys, don't pay attention to these pricks over here arguing. They're fags. We're not going to be making fun of no LBG. Lita, our fucking first guest. Chicano Juarez up in this motherfucker, homie. You think we don't see him over there throwing up the YouTube, the YouTube yada that shit. What do you think, Dirk? Today we're gonna, I don't know, man. We might talk about some G shit, some fun fucking
Lisa.
All right, Dirk. Look what's make sure we can hear this, man. Go to YouTube.
Dude, we're good.
Shit, that dude's over there saying he can't hear us. Yeah. Orale, vato, you can hear us, put your thumb up. If you can't, put it in your culo. Well, no.
With a twist.
With a twist.
All right.
Never forget the twist.
I named the video fishing and shit because you got to talk about fishing, man. Talk about fishing real quick, get that over with. And then we'll get right back to the G shit, homie. The motherfucking bloodbath shit. Vato loco.
So what you gonna put on, primo?
He put some headphones up. That means no good. Now I can hear it. He said that puto on the right, you can't hear him for shit. Look, this food, you know that food, fuck you, listen. I just seen some crazy shit flying down the screen, man. It must just happen right now. Look, fucking, they dropped a nuclear bomb on Washington, D.C. Chingao, everybody run to the fucking nearest TV. Huh. You heard it first here about those. We got one person in there. What? They dropped a bomb? Oh.
I believe in that theory of the black swan.
Shut that ass up, bud. I want to show you about that. Watch, we're gonna this about the bloodbath shit, man. We're about to expose the fucking mainstream media right now. You want to do some shit like that, Gilbert? Yep. Ocho.
Yep.
Fuck it, let's fucking expose some putos, man. Yeah. We're not gonna expose them. We're gonna let these other fucking putos expose them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be here for the ride.
And I mean that in a literal way.
It's gonna be a long
bath, all full of blood. And anyone who's ever said blood
bath
must literally mean bath full of blood, and therefore you can only elect one person, and that's Joe Biden.
Can you hear that?
Still call it a democracy.
Yeah, I put on low so we could talk over this puto. He's not even from the United States talking shit.
Hello there, you awakening wonders. Thanks for joining me on this voyage to truth and
freedom.
The other day, all the mainstream news was saying that Donald Trump was gonna, if he didn't win the election, it's gonna be a big bloodbath. Y'all hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep me dressed like a pirate. You can click the link in the description.
Yeah. But he meant for the auto industry.
Yeah, it was them wanting to spring because China's got factories in Mexico, and their plan is to be just shipping the cars over here, but he's want to put he's want to tax them pretty much.
Bathe everybody in blood, their own blood.
And he says if he doesn't get elected, or if he doesn't win, that there's going to be a bloodbath.
Mexico has taken over a period of 30 years 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it. Went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell
your
those
lighter,
cars into
Polo.
the United States with no tax at the
What's your
border.
lighter, Dirk?
Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Right, so there you go. That's a person speaking off the cuff about actually trade tariffs and imposing tariffs on China that would make the efficacy of manufacturing in Mexico somewhat redundant. So it's actually quite a dull subject, which Donald Trump is in his usual rhetorical style, making illustrative and entertaining and
But is that
captivating
true?
his working class, blue collar
China's
audience
trying
who
to
would
build over in
likely
Mexico.
prefer to have
They are-
jobs
they
in
already are.
manufacturing, the
Are
kind
they?
of jobs that have migrated overseas in countries like yours and countries like mine. Another president of the United States who imposed harsh tariffs was Bill Clinton, who imposed such harsh tariffs on Haiti, it made their own rice agriculture redundant. We did it
right here. You gotta do. Let me go to some layman's. What's up? Anyway, go to your phone and find the link and send it to everybody. Like I said, like I told you earlier.
Wasn't he accused, man? These women accused him of he molested.
I believe in that theory of the black swan.
Who's that, primo?
That guy.
El que estaba ahí?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Damn, I forgot to put those names down.
So that's why you should have your shit together, man.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Go ahead and do what I told you though. You ain't gonna do it, are you?
What you want me to do? Send what?
Just send the link to everybody. All the homies, that's it. From fucking Jalisco.
Nah, I ain't sending shit.
Shit, verga, vato. I thought me and you were cool, homie. Well, this is what you want. This is what you asked for, Dirk.
But you can't do that shit going live on Facebook.
Of course you can. Who do you think I am?
What's pulling it away?
Hold on, motherfucker. I forgot to put his name. That's it. Yeah, but just forget about those names. Okay, there you go. All right, Vatos. Don't worry, we'll cut all this shit and post it again, Vato. You know what I mean? This food explains it a little better for you fucking. And that was out there. That's it.
For the
This
pendejos
food
out there.
exposes them a little better. Which one's the Bloodbath? Jesus Christ, who did it? I want to know who the fuck did it.
We got another viewer.
All right, welcome everybody. We got a lot of listeners listening from Twitter, a couple on YouTube. You got to say that, Dirk, make motherfuckers think we in there, bud.
And they're like swimwear.
Did they hear me say that? Motherfuckers. No, that's not it.
Come on,
Hey,
man.
man, you got. I'm waiting for a few more listeners to get in here. That's another excuse on me. Know what I mean? Here it is.
You want to know why no one trusts the mainstream news media and why less and less and less people are watching it? This story. So here's NBC News. Trump says there will be a bloodbath if he loses the election. Trump made the comment at a rally in Ohio where he spoke about auto manufacturing. The Biden campaign responded by criticizing the former president's threat of political violence. Trump's bloodbath warning.
What are you? Did you see Steve Marmel's tweet? You remember Marmel, that comic?
Yeah.
He goes, January 6th is the only context I need for him saying bloodbath.
Well, I know Steve Marmel. I like Steve Marmel. I think he's
maybe it's another Marmel.
I think he's a sweet, swell guy. I think that there's a lot of people who think when they turn on NBC News and hear or read the New York Times or the Boston Globe or the Washington Post, and they read the news about January 6th, they believe it. And I think that's probably what happened.
It wasn't even a bath.
So they don't know that January 6th was complete what you're told in the mainstream news media about January 6th is wrong.
Yeah.
And they suppressed all the information. That's why it was a show trial. That's why they actually didn't do a real trial of Donald Trump for insurrection and trying to overthrow the government, because they knew that Trump would get to put on a defense, and it would show that they were lying about it and that this was orchestrated by the FBI.
It's weird that
that's what happened.
How many things do you have against him?
So that all 91 counts. Felony counts against Donald Trump. Not one of them over January 6th. Isn't that weird? So there's a lot of good people. I used to be one of those people who thought that when I turned on MSNBC, I was getting the truth. So I don't judge those people. I don't say they're bad people. I say they make the mistake of thinking that what they're seeing on the news is real. And here's a perfect example of what we're talking about, Kurt.
Yeah.
So I'm sure my old roommate will see this story and believe it. He's a sweetheart of a guy. I love him.
But now
he's very funny.
Yeah.
And no matter how many times I point out to him that they're lying to you at MSNBC, just like they're lying to you at Fox News and CNN and the Washington Post and the New York Times, they just can't wrap their mind around it. Just like people can't wrap their mind around the fact that they've been lied to on an enormous scale about COVID. They just can't. Now the new thing, by the way, is it's over. COVID's over. That's the new thing. So you don't mind? Doesn't mind that you were lied to?
Oh, tell Taylor Lorenz.
Right. So here, let me get to the story. So here's what Trump said.
Donald Trump on the attack this weekend in Ohio, lashing out at some of his favorite targets, from the criminal cases against him.
Listen to that who's saying. He's lying like
What he claims are the criminal migrants crossing the southern border and destroying the country.
I like how they show pictures of children coming across. They don't show the military-age Chinese people coming across or the people of military age from Uzbekistan. They don't show the people that Joe Biden literally flew in on jets into the United States. This is a criminal assault on the United States, and it's being perpetrated by your own government and the billionaire class, and they play on your heartstrings like this. Okay,
well, it's hard when that girl got killed and then you apologize for saying illegal.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to try to pull this off.
Yeah, yes.
In my opinion, but I'm not allowed to say that because the radical left says that's a terrible thing to say. These are animals, okay?
But it was his use of the word
So
you see how they even had to cut that?
You already know they're trying to make it look like some. By the way, the guy that killed that woman is an animal. If that's who he's talking about, I have no problem with it.
That's right.
These car makers that's creating new headlines and headaches for his campaign.
We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
The Biden campaign seizing on the remark and rejecting the Trump campaign.
That's like
so then everybody went nuts saying Trump is threatening political violence. There's going to be a bloodbath if he's not reelected. He meant an economic bloodbath for the car industry. I think it's pretty clear even there, but MSNBC and NBC News still tries to push the lie. Here, listen to what the Biden administration said.
Claimed that it was about only cars.
Yeah.
So here is NBC News. MSNBC says Trump says there will be a bloodbath if he loses the election. That was their tweet.
Are they just campaigning now for?
So now they're just campaigning for Joe Biden. Just flat out, the media is doing that. It got community noted. Community notes, MSNBC, and here's the community notes. But by the way, community notes is a lot of times complete bullshit, but this time they weren't. Donald Trump was talking about the automobile manufacturing industry and potential economic turmoil, not political violence. The full quote appears at 34 minutes in this video. And they link to the C-SPAN.
January 6th was my.
Here is, even taken out of context, bloodbath doesn't sound so bad.
Everybody says it.
Here's Joe Scarborough Donald Trump's America, and he's proud of it. Promise another bloodbath if he loses again.
You know that.
And of course, he picks to a 13-second video of the FBI inspired riot, because that's what it was,
wake up over there
at the Capitol. He doesn't show you video of the guys walking through respectfully in the Capitol, being greeted by police officers, taking selfies with police officers.
Where's the blood?
They don't show you that. Huh, it's interesting.
The bloodbath of the woman who got shot by the cops. He ain't showing.
There's only So Joe Scarborough tweets that out, right? And then Elon Musk comes by and says, "Hey, January 6th was not a bloodbath by any definition." And Trump was referring to job losses in the auto industry when he used that word. Your post is extremely misleading.
Oh.
So I guess. So Joe Scarborough's like, "Oh, I made an honest mistake and I took it down."
Oh, I'm chagrined.
Because Elon Musk called me out for it, right?
Watch this.
This is the equivalent of 70 eggs sitting right on your shelf for times when you need them most. That could be tomorrow.
No, he goes back to Scarborough country.
That's him right there.
And listen to what he says.
He's talking about a bloodbath for America. It's laid out in the terms of it. And these idiots on Twitter, these idiots on cable news, these idiots on Sunday shows going, well, president, you know, he was talking only about the auto industry.
Right,
this is one more. It's just bullshit.
First of all, if your tweet was true, why did you delete it, Joe? Because he knew he couldn't get away with that shit on Twitter, but he could go back to the safe confines of Scarborough country and lie to his audience. And that's what he's doing. So this is, and by the way, how many times do I have to tell you this? The people who are the most triggered by Donald Trump have Donald Trump in their shadow. So this is him acting exactly like they would describe Donald Trump would act. He's being petulant. He's swearing. He's being vulgar. He's lying. And he's calling other people idiots and morons. Tell me this isn't exactly what they say Trump acts like. This is exactly what they say Trump acts like. And Joe Scarborough is acting that way because his ego got hurt, because he is exactly the egomaniac they say that Donald Trump is. He is a narcissist, thin-skinned egomaniac, and that's why he's triggered by Donald Trump. Again, I'm not triggered by Donald Trump. I'm triggered by the economic conditions in this country that made half the country willing to take a chance on a billionaire game show host real estate agent. And here he is calling everybody an idiot and being vulgar.
Exactly what he said right now.
At the same time. Let's watch a little bit more.
I don't think he is triggered, by the way. I think he's just a liar. I think he
say that at 6:15 a.m. It's just bullshit. He knew what he was doing. We're not stupid. Americans aren't stupid.
Your audience is stupid.
Who is watching you? De Niro?
After 6 years of Russiagate, after 6 years of you lying about Syria, after 6 years of you lying about Ukraine and COVID and Fauci and lockdowns and mandates and Russiagate,
they've been busting them.
And now you're lying about this. Who is still watching you?
The only married news team.
Who is still watching you?
That's what I want to know.
He was talking about a bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means a bloodbath.
He didn't even know what to say. He was talking about, I didn't think this through. A bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means what?
And when he finishes by saying, and that's just going to be the least of it, seriously, these people may be stupid. We're not.
No, you're a liar.
No, you're a liar. But the people who watch you are stupid. Or I think what it is probably they like being lied to. I saw a comedian.
Well, when they said bloodbath, what was you thinking, Primo? When he said that, when he says there's going to be a bloodbath, how would you take it?
You can take it either way.
Look,
you can, but your first instinct when you say bloodbath, it's just he said some fucking stupid way.
But look,
he necessarily didn't mean that it was motherfuckers are going to be killing each other.
He's about to answer all that right now.
No, but he just says that, man, to get attention so people can talk.
Now,
like they're doing now. Some say this and some say the other. You know,
in reality,
a lot of people talking, man. He's on the news by saying that more, getting more people hearing him.
He's about to put on the definition of
this guy in the
bloodbath.
middle, you see his hands, man? You know what the little hands mean? Little hands means little pee-pee.
Little hands, little people.
Pee-pee.
Hey, hey, he's about to show us the definition of bloodbath, and then you're gonna understand.
That's true.
Again, I saw a lesbian comedian who I like and think is very funny, and she went up and she did a bit about, I don't care what it is, just tell me something bad about Donald Trump. Rachel Maddow, I turn around every night, just tell me something horrible about Donald Trump. That's all I want. She might have even said, I don't care if it's true. So here's what he's saying about. So when it was pointed out to him that a bloodbath, this is from Merriam-Webster, bloodbath, a great slaughter, also a notably fierce, violent, or destructive contest or struggle, or B, a major economic disaster. It's in the dictionary. That's a definition. A major economic disaster.
Yeah,
so
but
once this was pointed out to him,
yeah, but he's what was he
you want to
talking
see
about
more of
before
it?
that? He's talking about the car shit. That's exactly what that B thing is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that did Donald Trump even know that that's part of that definition?
Yeah,
when he said that.
Yes.
I don't think he did.
No, and listen, he's about to prove that too, because in the political world, they use bloodbath. He's about to show
economic disaster. So once this was pointed out to him, but you want to see more of it? Crypto market bloodbaths, bloodbath new age tech, meme coin Solana, all merges outliers, crypto market bloodbath. Market bloodbath continues with investors to lose tens of trillions.
Well, when he says it, it means something different.
So here is Joe Scarborough going to completely contradict reality. This is like when Kyle Kalinske said that corruption didn't mean what it meant. He said that words mean something. And I showed him the definition of corruption. And Kyle Kalinske at least stopped lying and saying that the squad wasn't corrupt by definition, because by definition, the squad is corrupt. And so Joe Scarborough's pulling a Kyle Kalinske here, trying to lie to you what the definition of a bloodbath is. So here's what he says. Watch this.
He's talking about a bloodbath for America. It's laid out in the terms of it. And these idiots on Twitter, these idiots.
So now I showed you that. Here's another clip. What? Listen to this.
I hope Trump.
It was a distinction.
I hope Trump wipes out MSNBC.
Without a difference. It was a distinction without a difference.
So he's saying, when it was pointed out to him that no, he was talking about an economic bloodbath, Joe Scarborough says that's a distinction without a difference. You're fucking nuts. And how stupid is your audience to believe? He knows just how stupid his audience is. They just want to believe something bad about Donald Trump, and that's why he's allowed to get away with this.
Mac to the auto industry goes, it's going to be a bloodbath. So, okay, maybe if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath. Okay, maybe you can connect that to the auto industry. Maybe you can. Okay. But again, I've never really heard people discuss macroeconomics in terms of bloodbaths.
Okay, well, here it is. Here's it.
No, but he go ahead. The average person, man, is not going to know all that.
I know, because that's why they.
So we're going to take it as what we know what a bloodbath is, and a bloodbath is murder.
Okay,
like a lot of people got killed.
Yeah,
that's our first impression, huh?
A lot of people's going to get killed if you don't get elected.
Yeah,
that's how we would take it, as we don't know as part of that dictionary. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm
that definition.
The point of this is the news framed it for people like you and people that don't pay attention to politics too much, for them to think it's what you just said. But look, watch what he's about to play.
Here's it is in the goddamn dictionary, right there. They constantly triggered by Donald and the things that wars the way.
Age of my son are younger.
And you want to know how I know? Watch this.
He was talking about a bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means a bloodbath. On the eve of this bloodbath, it was going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath. Would be an absolute bloodbath.
Bloodbath. This bloodbath in South Carolina.
This could be a bloodbath. There will be a bloodbath at the convention.
An absolute bloodbath.
This was going to be a bloodbath. Does this nominee get through without a bloodbath?
Hashtag bloodbath.
We're going to be having bloodbaths. This would be a bloodbath. It would be a bloodbath. Seriously?
Yeah. But when Trump says that,
seriously, so there's I don't know.
Now I'll talk about it. They use that term all the time. It's a political term. Like,
it's a political term that
people don't know
that we don't know. You say you knew, but you didn't know that shit until you fucking found out off these motherfuckers. You didn't know that shit. An average person that ain't into politics like that is not gonna know that.
I know, and that's what the whole point of it. When I tell you
now, whenever you look it up, you do your research and shit like that. I understand that it's part of the definition, but for me, my first instinct when you say bloodbath is what it is.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
But I'm trying to show you.
But it is true though. If you don't get elected, there's gonna be a bloodbath, right?
And what I'm getting is they're trying to justify what he said. Or trying to cover up for what he said.
All the news is saying that. All of them.
I understand that. They're
all corrupt.
They're gonna any way they could fuck this dude. They're gonna do it. That's not that is not right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there was this other cat that was saying that dude that billionaire dude says him personally does not know any insurance place that would even give out or even come close to giving out a $500 billion bond at all. Never been heard of. But they're doing it to him because they're trying to fuck him. Well, they are fucking him in a way right now, so he fucking finds a way to get out of it. Yeah. But that's like them doing that, man. They're going against the American people, man. You can't. That's fucked up, man.
But the people are waking up though. That's why they're trying to.
A lot of people are.
Because before that dude even said that, I'm like 500 billion, cuz on a bond. What the fuck did this dude do? What did he do to deserve a $500 billion bond? That's never been heard of. And then want to go take his shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy, man. That right there should show people, man, that this government's trying to do everything they can for this motherfucker not to be president. Even if they're doing it, if they're doing illegal shit.
Yeah. But look what the American people think. This right here is at the UFC in New York, where it's fucking mostly Democrats, right?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Yeah.
The fuck are these idiots like?
What? All these motherfuckers that hate Donald Trump playing.
This is the future.
Come on, man.
Hold on, girls. How many boys? There it is.
With Conor McGregor also making his way to the octagon.
Well, how old is
the
this?
45th president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
No, that was actually a week ago.
By UFC CEO Dana White.
Joe Biden couldn't walk in that place at all.
Is just how big a mixed martial arts fan Donald Trump
And if Joe Biden walked in this place right here, what would they be saying? Let's go, Brandon. You don't know about that, is there? Let's go, Brandon. You know what that means?
Nah, what is it?
That means fuck Joe Biden. Because of some accident.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be awake around this time. Joe Biden, he'd be asleep.
At this car race way
But you should see Joe Biden's rallies right now, man. It's only like 10 people, man. Besides the media.
Yeah. Classic.
He sits octagon.
Look at that dude. Look at that's Michael Irvin right there with. Michael Irvin is supposed to. I mean, he's against Trump. But I mean, they can't say good shit about Trump. That's what it is. But he's right here. Look. Did you see the arrow there? Do you even know who Michael Irvin is?
Yeah, I know who Michael Irvin is.
Can you see this arrow? Yeah, he's right there. Look. Over on the right. Right there. Taking a picture.
All right, fuck all that, man. Let's find something to even talk about, man. Same shit, but some, find something else, man.
Good Joe Biden, man.
Talk about that shit. They want to hit him take his shit, man. Because they were talking about, man, even if they was to take his fucking his company, what is that? The Trump Towers or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
That shit, like if his business is not there, if he's not there, man, that building wouldn't be worth nothing, man.
Before you watch this exclusive
I
interview,
would sell all my stuff there and I'd move out of New York, man. I wouldn't have nothing to do with New York. If I was Trump.
Yeah.
Like that guy called Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
He's talking about that guy.
Yeah, look, hey, pull up Mr. Wonderful way.
Yeah.
On Trump.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Mr. Wonderful?
From the
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
He's another billionaire, man.
Yeah, he said he won't do business in New York or California.
Oh yeah, that's when the truckers were saying there wasn't.
Ese güey de ahí, el pelón.
El pelón, güey.
Yeah.
He's from Wonderland? Which one?
His
This one?
name's Mr. Wonderful, yeah.
Wix is your platform to perform.
He's been on CNN. Hey, he's been on CNN.
The decision yesterday in New York, you may have read about it. Crooked judge. He's a crooked judge. By a radical left-wing judge was a lawless and unconstitutional atrocity. It's a sham case. There were no victims, no defaults, no damages, no complaints, no nothing. There was nothing.
Well, that was former President Donald Trump slamming the judge who fined him more than $350 million in that New York civil suit. He's far from the only one questioning the merits of that case. Our next.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
All right. So part of the judgment here, it's not just the dollar amount. Donald Trump is barred from operating a business in New York for 3 years. One of my questions is, all right, let's say this all stands 3 years down the line. Why on earth would he want to come back here to do business after this?
Well, this case really isn't just about Donald Trump. This is an assault on the 11th sector of the S&P 500, which is real estate. Step back and think about what this means for the state of New York. Development of real estate creates millions of jobs in America. And once the buildings are stabilized and rented out or used for commercial real estate or whatever, they generate cash flow and they're put into REITs. And you and I invest in those, retirees invest in them, and that's how they get income. That's why it became the 11th sector of the S&P. It's so important to the American economy. Very few sectors generate as much cash as this does. And so if you're a developer, you're an entrepreneur, you go to a bank and you say, look, I want to borrow $200 million to build a building. And they say, well, what assets do you have we can secure this loan against? And you point to a building you built before. And you haggle and you argue about the value of that building. This goes on in every city on earth. That's how real estate developers who are entrepreneurs and take risk borrow money. That's exactly what happened here. Now, all of a sudden, after this is built successfully and finished, for some reason, this judge takes it upon himself to fine this developer. Forget that it's Trump. This is not about Trump anymore. If you're a developer and you see this happen
Look at him
in
like
the
a
state
developer.
of New York,
Not
why
Trump.
would you take the risk to put up this much money and have a judge arbitrarily decide that you are in some form of breach of fraud when no damages occurred at all? And this is the same process that occurs everywhere.
What?
This is about the
Yeah,
competition.
rewind it.
states.
Listen to what he said.
I'm listening
Before
to
this judgment.
That's
This
Gacho,
is
what
about
he
the
just said right
competition
there.
states.
Yeah, I remember this,
thought
man.
Before
This is
this
when
judgment,
all of a
that the
sudden
number
stopped,
one loser
said they
state
stopped
in
doing the
America
news.
was
But
California.
listen what he's
which
saying.
is basically
Fucking-
putting
no,
itself
I
out of
know.
business slowly
I'm
but surely. But after this judgment, I'm going to make New York the number one loser state, followed by California, then Massachusetts, New Jersey, Michigan. These are places where taxes are not competitive. Delaware, for example, is now on the loser state list because it's unstable policy on the Elon Musk decision. You don't have to put your money into places where this kind of thing happens. Each of us as investors, we vote with our capital. Why punish a great state because it doesn't happen to be on the east or west coast? I say go to Florida, go to Texas, go to North Dakota, Oklahoma, West Virginia. These are winner states. Why go to a loser state like New York?
Well, I think a lot of people are doing precisely that, not just with their businesses, but with their families as well. Kevin, we were quoting yesterday, the Associated Press said they could not find another case like this in 70 years under this law, the application of this law in New York. Have you ever seen anything like we just witnessed from this judge and this AG?
Seen enough right here?
We'll just watch what you want to watch.
No, that's
you
what,
ain't
that's
trying to
time
watch
you
what.
say some shit. Well, no, what do you mean, man? You can't just keep watching this shit, nigga.
It's almost over, huh?
Are you following it?
Are you following this?
I already know about all this.
Yeah.
They said what they said.
It's better when he's on CNN.
Oh, there's another one where he's on CNN?
They interview him on CNN, man. He makes CNN cry.
Here's a good topic right here. Let me see.
You brought this up. We're showing footage right now, not on the Spaces, but on the X feed at Alex Jones channel, Real Alex Jones. This is people, it looks like, in military garb of the Ukrainians shooting people at a music event. Wow.
The fuck was that one?
Lie to you about what's happening.
Yeah, Alex Jones on the real news.
Tells you
Well,
the truth about what's happening next.
he gets up in there.
Infowars.com/show and share the link today.
Not to change the subject completely, but did you see where there was an attack in Russia just a little while ago? About 10 minutes ago.
No, we didn't. What, another drone attack or what happened?
It was at a theater. They're saying there was explosions. Let me tell you exactly what it was at. It was a Corcus City Hall concert venue is what it was. There was a attack, explosions and everything, heavy gunfire, everything.
Guys, type in attack in Russia. No, I did not know about that. Tell us what's happening.
It's just a massive explosion they heard. I guess people are, I'm not sure exactly the full details because it just happened, but it's just.
Well, NATO has said they're not going to move to terror attacks in Russia. Again, it is breaking. A club and shopping center in Moscow, Russia appears to be the target of a terror attack. Multiple gunmen and military-style fatigues recorded shooting at people with rifles in the concert hall. So they're trying to push Russia into direct war. Wow. Yeah, look at that shopping mall on fire.
Yes, yeah, and it seems as if the world is on fire, and it seems like they're trying to divert some of the attention. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying that for sure, but like you said, Israel is committing genocide. It is quite evident. That was a horrifying video that you shared. That was just something out of a horror movie, and my heart breaks for all these people being affected by this. And if
well, they're clearly desperate teenagers. You can tell trying to get to the Israelis, and they kill them.
Yes, and if Netanyahu wants to use scripture, there's a scripture that comes to mind, Revelation 3:9, the synagogue of Satan. That comes to mind with all of this too. Satan is the one that's really powering all of this because it is biblical, is what we're in the end times.
Oh my God, you brought this up. We're showing footage right now, not on the Spaces, but on the X feed at Alex Jones channel, Real Alex Jones. This is people, it looks like, in military garb of the Ukrainians shooting people at a music event. Wow.
Crazy times we're in, brother. That's all I wanted to point out. God bless you all. Just keep fighting the fight. We're all info warriors and just keep fighting the fight.
Brother, glad you brought that up. Wow, started 10 minutes ago. That's what I said at the start of this.
But who were they shooting at?
I said,
it was a terror
the U.S.
attack.
just sent troops in Taiwan. They're now conscripting people saying they're going to send French troops.
They were from
Israel's running around on TV saying we're to commit genocide. I'm not even anti-Israel, folks. But I cannot sit there and be part of this. This is crazy. Case Geyser, we're going to go back to more commenters, more speakers, but what do you think?
I mean, I'm just looking at this footage and it's shocking. Craziest thing about InfoWars is you never know what's going to happen next. And in the news space,
yeah, keep rolling it. So we have a shopping mall and a concert in Moscow, burning buildings, troops murdering people. I mean, Russia is, oh my God.
I mean, we're literally talking about how to
we
defeat
could
Satan.
get nuked tonight, folks. I mean, my God.
We're literally talking about how to defeat Satan, and on screens behind me, there's countless different examples of drone attacks on civilians and people just being shot up. The whole world feels like it's falling apart. I don't think it's just because we have the internet now. I think it's actually worse than it used to be.
Folks, show that footage of them in the music festival, the troops shooting civilians. My God. And then the burning buildings. Oh, my God. I mean, I told my wife at breakfast this morning when my 6.
But do you know how long it would take for us for them to drop nuclear bombs on us? Like 10 minutes.
Half hour.
It'd be a half hour before the whole world's fucking
My daughter, because all my other kids are moved out. I was just like, I could feel the danger. I mean, this is crazy. And doesn't Israel know what they're doing is going to elicit a giant response? The Muslims, there's almost 2 billion of them. Doesn't Ukraine and France like saying we're going to go direct war with Russia? I'm not for the French or the Russians. I'm not against any of them. This is crazy, people. And this is how world wars start. This is look at that burning shopping mall. What the hell? Man, they're trying to get Russia to over-respond.
Yep.
Case, can you feel the danger?
Yeah. And the thing that comes to mind
They're
looking
trying
at
to
all
get
this,
Russia to over-respond. You know what that means? For them to do something stupid so they could fucking get in the war, the NATO. They want in. They're kicking down the fucking door. They said. I mean.
So were they saying those were Muslims right there?
Nah.
They're from Ukraine.
That's Ukraine, but they must have just showed something about
terror attack in Moscow.
Talk there. Say something about the situation while I look at this shit. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is it.
Nitric boost. Never ordered 40% off before, but we went right to the source we were getting it. Got a discount. So the sale right now. So let's go ahead and play the Al Jazeera with English subtitles. Play that, and then we'll do the zoom in on people being vaporized by robot drones wandering up a dirt street towards Israeli troops who are a mile away. And this is confirmed. This went on. This happened. This is just a snapshot. Again, why is this being done? Here it is.
الاحتلال وعلى طريق أشبعتها آلياته تجريفا. انسحبت الآليات من المنطقة برا لكنها بقيت تترصد المدنيين جوا. حصلت الجزيرة على هذه الصور من طائرة مسيرة إسرائيلية من أسطول يحوم فوق غزة منذ ما قبل 7 أكتوبر. ويبدو واضحا من الصور أن هؤلاء الفلسطينيين.
This goes on every day, constantly. And then I've got Israelis on national TV saying, yeah, we're going to kill every single one of them. All right, go ahead and roll the zoomed in footage, or should I say the blown up footage. Here it is.
Yeah, they don't miss, man.
على الزناد الكل اختار السكات ودافن راسه في التراب الكل إلا استثناء أحرار ورفضوا الاستعباد محبوسين جوا قاطع متحوطين بالكلاب خلاص ما بقاش في قلب دقيت طبول الحرب يا انتصار يا انتحار ما فيش عندي اختيار.
Now,
those are war crimes.
Israel says we've got to kill all these people because their kids will even grow up and kill us. Well, you're not killing the 1,800,000,000 Muslims.
You know what I mean?
That's fucked up. Now
That's
I already said that.
And those are war crimes right there. They're just killing. Oh, yeah. They're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't see that video of that food? Remember the one we watched there? When that food blew up itself? Or no, caught itself on fire.
Yeah.
That was like crazy. These food show the real shit right here. Let's see what else they got.
What do you think you're about
It's
it?
good for your heart, your brain, everything. It is 40%.
Ocho. What do you think about Israel and
the silent
attacking those people, man? Right now.
Hamas?
Well, it's really not even Hamas. They're attacking that country, way.
Yeah, they're
Civilians, kids.
That's where they're hiding, though, man.
Yeah, that's what
That's
they
where
say.
their headquarters are, man. They use hospitals, schools.
But do you agree with how Israel's going about it?
Oh, yeah, I'd kill them all, man. Just get it over with, man.
It's because
It's war, man.
When it's because
there ain't no
what they say in their fucking Congress, they preach death to America and death to Israel.
They keep saying it, man. So I just blow them all up, man. That's what war is all about, man. They should already won already, man, by blowing them all up. Start over again.
But this was about to say something about that.
Majority is no longer silent. This is the War Room with Owen Schroyer.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
This fool right here was in jail for 60 days.
Ladies and gentlemen,
they put him in jail.
It is Friday, March 22nd, 2024. This is the InfoWars War Room, brought to you by InfoWarsStore.com, your election headquarters. With 228 days remaining until the 2024 election. Now, throughout my years in media, throughout my time here at InfoWars, days like this are actually my least favorite. And if you've been paying attention at all to the breaking news today, I'm sure you're aware of what has happened in Moscow, what has happened in Russia as of just a few hours ago, with a deadly attack on a popular concert hall.
How do you think they're going to respond to it?
The latest numbers we have are 40 dead, with hundreds more injured. Crocus City Hall in Moscow, which looks like a beautiful new venue, is also now burning to the ground. And
what's that 412?
The reason why I say these are my least favorite days to come on air, when we deal with this stuff, breaking news that's deadly, breaking as we're live, really, with more information. These are my least favorite days because we don't know enough. There's a lot of speculation. And it's just the hardest thing to cover in the moment. And so whether it's covering a mass shooting or a terror attack or a war event, there's just no win. And of course, the pressure is on, and a lot of people in media that are really just egotistical and narcissistic, they live for days like this because they think, oh, everyone's going to be watching, and I'll do all the speculation, and I'll have all the answers, and I'll be more popular and rich. But really, these are my least favorite days and the toughest days. Now, here's what we have coming up. I prepared for a show, going about my regular day, listening to an epic Alex Jones show today. First hour and a half, epic. And I'm preparing an epic show. And then, of course, this news breaks. So I do have some other news. We do have some big guests coming up that do have the best analysis when it comes to geopolitics and Russia. But when we come back into the long segment here, I am just going to play, and I don't know, I'll ask my crew what it ended up being. Probably about, what, guys, is it 5-10 minutes of just footage from the attack? Did the U.S. seem to know this attack was going to happen? And who armed the men that shot up the theater? Two big questions.
There is a man who is whatever America needs him to be.
So they don't know who did it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know who.
This,
you know,
we're just going to air it all straight.
Speculations.
and you can see it for yourself. I've decided I'm not even going to do any commentary over it. Just going to roll it raw. There might be some Russian speaking in there. That's because these videos obviously are coming from Russia. We're going to be joined by Scott Bennett to respond to all of this. But, you know, what did the Biden administration know and how did they know it? What did John Kirby know and how did they know it? And who armed these men? Where did they get their weapons? Where did they get their gear?
Because they don't have.
Now, again, at least one, it appears,
like
reporting
Mexico.
is, and we have a video, at least one has
They got
been
guns, but
apprehended.
Illegal.
Whether the individual talks or not, I guess, is a question. One thing I'm going to be curious to see is how the media responds to this. Because all the mainstream media, left wing, right wing, was all anti-Russia. So how do they respond to this? How do they respond to this? And then, of course, you see
He kind of acts like coping
how
with it.
Russia will respond to this. I don't think it'll be good for Ukraine. But again, I want to avoid any speculation. So here is a compilation from the sights and the sounds and the scenes from the Krakow City Hall in Moscow. Looks like a beautiful brand new concert hall. People there looking to start their weekend.
Are you guys sure you're gonna be able to stomach this, brothers?
With a beautiful performance, and things go horribly wrong.
See, we're breaking
Be a bloodbath.
This is here's the real bloodbath cover. Hey, this is we could be covering this breaking news right now because nobody sees this shit. You know what I mean? We are breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. Go ahead. We'll do a practice on an emergency broadcast. Everybody, we got an emergency broadcast over here. Some people's over there in Russia. They shooting up some shit. Here we go.
They call it a bloodbath.
And they're calling it a fucking bloodbath. So is that a bowling alley, yes, sir?
Don't blame it on Trump.
Yeah.
They got the best from Trump, man.
Hey, this is real, guys. Same shit we already saw. Ain't got no more footage.
But the thing is, who the fuck are they shooting that way?
Just the people, just the people that was.
What are they doing over here? Well, they ain't shooting at them.
Well, they ain't had a chance to look that way yet, boy. Shit.
What the fuck are they still doing right there?
They're probably on another floor. I don't know. Go run with them. Just know that if you was there, you'd be running like a puto.
I'll be shooting back.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you got a fucking gun in your house. You take it with you to the show. Look at that. They're just shooting them people right there. See it? See it, way? No, that's not people. Is it?
Yep.
I know it is, boys. Oh, they're getting up. He's about to get up and run. Man, that's fucked up. See, I'm gonna cut this up. We're breaking this news tonight, brother. Man, they say call somebody a nigga. You know, I think this is fake, man.
Well, where's the Russian cops at?
They don't have none.
No, where's the cops at? The Russian cops, man.
I don't think they have it. No, I don't know. They ain't there yet. There they are, look outside, just like they do here. Wait outside to finish killing everybody, you know? And they're still sleeping. There's a little mini war going on in there.
See, they're shooting down there, man. These guys are way up here.
Yeah. But they're trying to get the footage. Hombre, we don't arrest terrorists like that, no? We kill them motherfuckers on the spot. You would think Russia would be the first country to do some shit like that, ain't it? Kill them motherfuckers, boy. They wait for them to run out of bullets and then handcuff them. No, man.
So, there you see many of the sights and sounds and scenes.
This is where we do our analysis, our speculate. That Vato said you don't want to speculate. We're gonna speculate. I mean, get trying way.
If I'm gonna guess who those gunmen are, they gotta be from Ukraine.
I bet you. Oh damn, that's a good guess. I figure you would have been way off.
Could it be the guy from Russia, though, man?
It can't be too.
The same people, the way it happens here, man.
Yeah, motherfuckers are pissed off because of what Russia's doing over there.
You see that, Bandit? Look, Bandit's in here. Bandit, did you see that breaking news we just broke through there, boy? Gacho Vida podcast breaking all the fucking news. That's it. The good shit. Ain't nobody watching right now, but they'll be watching later when I cut this shit up like some dope.
No, but it's better them than us.
That's a Democrat point of view. They'll say it's better to fight them over there than over here. Yeah, that's what they say. But I don't know what you want from me, homie. All right, man. That was pretty nice. We broke some fucking terrorist attack. How's it feel, Derek? Tell everybody how you feel breaking some fucking terror attack news on their ass.
Get behind me, Satan.
I feel good.
Get behind me, Satan. What's that all about? Eh?
What?
Down here in the corner, on the Owens. That's the.
Let's see.
But it all boils down to this. We're bringing you.
It all boils down to this, Vato. This fucking better go right here.
Controversial conservative commentator Candace Owens and the Daily Wire have parted ways. Daily Wire and Candace Owens have ended their relationship. Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring wrote in a post on X, formerly Twitter, Friday. He did not elaborate on the
She made some comments about I don't know, it was anti-Semitic. There's two words you can't say together.
Yeah.
And those two words are the Jews. Don't ever say that out loud, boys. No, just because she said they're doing a genocide over there,
yeah.
And that the main dude from that company is a Jew.
Oh, yeah.
He got mad about it. But shit, she was just being real. And he was being realer.
Circumstances behind the move. Owens, who joined the Daily Wire in 2021, could not immediately be reached for comment. Owens' departure from the outlet comes after months of tensions between her and Daily Wire co-founder Ben Shapiro over her promotion of various, this is Variety speaking, anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, according to media.
You gotta have a camera on. Fuck
so the first I heard of this rumor was actually from this tweet from Gavin McInnes last night. It was 9:11 p.m. when he tweeted this. As soon as he tweeted it, I tried to verify whether or not it was true, and I searched X, I Googled. I couldn't find any corroborating sources about this news until this morning when the crew was kind enough to look into this for me and find that variety.
Nah, this ain't even one of the main fucking putos. He got some back news. That's what's doing the back news. That's it. Nah, fucking me.
Come on, hell, find something good.
Yeah, but you said you had to go take a shit.
Find something good and
you
juicy.
said you had to go take a shit. Look at this shit.
Hey, Heddle.
What's up, Esther?
Hey, Spider G. When's your next album dropping?
One time when I was crawling on the ground. Oh, I thought you asked me that one other stupid fucking question you always do. Esther. No, this dude has some good reports right here. Wait, watch.
So, thanks to all of you keeping the show on over the years, we have a real fighting chance against the globalists. Thanks to all of you.
The British royal family, who own over 16% of the entire planet, seems to be falling apart, which is nothing to mourn, for they are one of the most monstrous families on
How the fuck do you turn this fucking shit down?
Earth. In 1964, the Queen and Prince Philip visited a school in British Columbia. Former resident William Coombs claims that 10 of his classmates were taken by the Queen and Prince Philip, never to be seen again. The notorious pedophile and necrophiliac Jimmy Savile was close friends with the royal family. Charles wanted him to be Prince Harry's godfather. He was awarded the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire in 1971 and knighted by the Queen in 1990. Prince Andrew has been a regular at Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile island. King Charles was close friends with a bishop who was convicted of raping over a dozen boys.
Damn.
A former student of Aldenham School claims that students were routinely raped and tortured by members of the Worshipful Company of Brewers, which was frequented by Jimmy Savile, King Charles, and Lord Mountbatten, who has been accused of raping an 11-year-old boy.
Damn.
Jeanette Archer says she was abused by the royals as a young child and says that they are reptilians. According to Princess Diana's friend, Christine Fitzgerald, Diana's nickname for the Windsors was the Reptiles and used to say that they are not human. While this may sound strange, most royal bloodlines in history were said to be the offspring of reptilians, often described as dragon or serpent people. In an interview with David Icke, Arizona Wilder told her story of being bred for the express purpose of conducting rituals for the royal family.
I was bred for this role that I fulfill. I was being abused and traumatized, and on purpose, for the mind control that they need someone to go through to do whatever they say. What it's all about is that the blood and the menstrual blood.
What you think, Gilbert?
Yeah.
Hey.
I've heard about them.
You heard about them reptiles, huh?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was all British.
No, they're not all British. Well, we got some fucking, we got some reptiles here. They say you ain't never seen that president a couple elections back, didn't you, Obama? Yeah. Check. Microphone check. 1 2 1 3. Little vatos wanna what fuck with me? Huh? Hey man, did you smoke that toke the whole thing, honey? Yeah, keep that way. Let me light this cocksucker up right here. Get up. Hey, weed don't last forever, homie. But you know what? You know what does last forever? Love. Diamonds last forever, yes, sir. Hey, this fool be having some good reports about the Bible shit, like shit about the religion. Check this one out.
Turbo Force is the most powerful, cleanest energy booster there is out there. And it's on sale at InfoWarsStore.com.
All right, here we go. Breaking news,
On
everybody.
January 16th of 1991, as the Soviet Union was collapsing and the Cold War coming to an end, George H.W. Bush publicly announced a new campaign of American dominance, which he called the New World Order.
This is an historic moment. We have in this past year made great progress in ending the long era of conflict and Cold War. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Vladimir Putin told Oliver Stone that in the year 2000, he asked President Clinton if Russia could join NATO, which he said made the American delegation very nervous. They were not interested in world peace. They had different plans.
Hey, you hear that? He asked him if he could join NATO. You know what NATO is?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of countries that got together to fight Russia if Russia gets out of control. And this motherfucker said he wants to join them.
In 1997, the Project for the New American Century was founded by William Kristol and Victoria Nuland's husband, Robert Kagan. In September of 2000, they published their agenda entitled Rebuilding America's Defenses, which outlined an ambitious and aggressive plan to achieve world dominance, starting in the Middle East and ending with Russia. The document acknowledged the fact that their world domination efforts would trouble American allies and could therefore be a long process absent some catastrophic and catalyzing event, like a new Pearl Harbor. A year after publishing this, 2,000 people were murdered in the World Trade Center and blamed on a small terrorist group created by the CIA. And with this catastrophic and catalyzing event, the plan for a new American century went into action.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon, and one of the generals called me and he says, "We've made the decision, we're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq? Why?" He said, "I don't know." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that
Hey, Gilbert, you like religion shit?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. What I missed?
Nothing, man. We're just waiting for you. You know what's up.
So we're gonna react to on this. What do you got, Heddle?
What?
What you got, food?
Hold on. There's this one fool that came on Alex Jones' show one time. He was a weird dude, but he was talking some real shit. Does that make sense? A real dude talking some real shit? Ain't these motherfuckers? I just don't know his name. I just put a Jew. You can't say that, yeah. You don't think these platforms have like a thing that if you say a certain word that they type in there, it pops up in their shit so they can check it out real quick, see what it is, you know what I mean? But go ahead and talk about someone. I'm looking for this video.
What are you smoking on, Primo?
On that ass, man. I got the.
I don't know what it is, man.
¿Qué es mota o qué es, güey?
Yeah. Something G mixed up. Spider G.
Some Spider G. Some Spider G
some
kush.
kind of web shit.
Some web shit.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot what that food said, man.
Hey, let's check this out, man.
What?
You want to check out some of the tunnels that they got?
How do you spell Christians?
Come on, man. Fucking non-spelling motherfucker.
Man, spell it, you fucking prick. So we can
There, CHRISTIANS.
Let me get something pulled up real quick. I'm tired of had those videos.
NS. Christians.
He's a Jew way, but he went Christian. Man, that shit's not good. Man, fuck it, go ahead, Derek. I can't find it. Your turn. It's my turn to walk the fuck out. Go take a shit. Ain't that where you went, little vato?
I thought this was a fucking video. What's up with this shit?
Man, we don't believe Fox News no more. It's we don't fuck with none of those vatos. Homie, you know the fuck this is, little loco. So I gotta fucking act crazy in this motherfucker to get some people.
Everyone has seen the chaos at the border, but what's happening underground? Now, new videos exposing how illegals are utilizing drainage tunnels to evade Border Patrol in El Paso.
Now here, this
is constantly having to come in through to patch up.
The border wall or behind me, the bush wall that was pointed out. You have the water system basically living here, and then we're kind of flowing underneath the highway, completely out of sight. There's tons of debris, tons of trash.
Joining me now is the man you just saw, Whit Lyman, reporter for Border Hawk News. Whit, can illegals cross the border through these tunnels? I mean, how easy is it to do? I mean, they're big. They're really wider than I would have thought they are.
Laura, good to talk to you, and thank you. One thing that's important for your audience to understand is in El Paso, the border wall and the highway system are almost parallel. The highway runs over the top of the border wall in places or directly adjacent to it. So if you wanted to access the city, if you wanted to get over the border wall, you can enter this tunnel system and either go further into the city or access the highway system itself. So what can happen is they can either crawl underneath.
They're probably waiting for them on the other side of the fucking tunnel. No way.
The tunnel system is very protected by Border Patrol or law enforcement.
They're walking right into the
access deeper into the city, or get to the highway and get a car, be transferred into the interior from there.
Wait, so is there any effort to put some type of an obstruction in front of these tunnels so when water needs to go through, it can, but people can't go through?
There's some of that at the very end of the tunnel system, kind of where the Rio meets, but most of it, as you can see, are walking through it. I'm almost 6 feet tall and I could stand easily. It's very wide in some areas as well. We saw Border Patrol sort of navigating outside
the goddamn tunnel. Yeah. Look at my sideway.
Yeah, they'd have to be waiting for you on the other side. They have cameras.
What the fuck they talking about right here, people? Widely used HPV injections linked to 4 autoimmune disorders. All right.
So please welcome Christina's mother, Emily Tarcell. Thank you so much for being here. Daughter's death, just 21 years old. Tell us a little bit about Christina, Emily.
She had a great curiosity.
Bright future.
The GYN for her first visit. The doctor was telling us that Gardasil would be.
You know what that is, people? That HPV vaccine? No?
Would prevent cervical cancer.
Let's talk about Christina's experience. I know that she had symptoms after each shot was administered. What were those symptoms?
Well, because we have a case pending, I cannot go into detail about what happened each time.
What are you there for then?
She was previously healthy, had no existing conditions.
So she had cancer.
Did begin to develop some things.
I guess. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I have a rash. Wonder what that's about. I feel fatigue. I feel dizzy. And she reported this within a few days of her third shot.
Side
And within
effects.
18 days,
Them are all side effects, man. It's like chemo.
When was the last time that you saw your daughter?
She was going back to Georgia to be trained for a job that she'd have there on campus during the summer. So I hugged her, and I can still feel that embrace, and I let her go, and her daughter died, and from a product that caused her death. You want to hold people accountable.
Well, we reached out to Merck, the manufacturer of Gardasil, and in a statement, the company defended the vaccine, saying its safety was established in clinical trials involving more than 25,000 females and males. They continued studying more than 500,000 people after more than 1 million doses had been administered.
Wow.
And the statement went on to say, parents should understand the extensive data supporting the safety profile of Gardasil, and we encourage them to look to the CDC and FDA and to the advice of their own physicians to make an informed choice about something as important as a vaccine to help prevent cervical
Hey, guess who's back?
cancer.
It's a vaccine.
Hey, guess who's back, Baco?
There's a vaccine like,
huh?
It's no good, pretty much.
What?
They were giving her vaccines.
Who?
This girl.
Oh, yeah, don't play those videos. Well, you guys will get scared as fuck, especially the ones you guys that took the motherfucker.
Hey, but you know what fucks me up about motherfuckers, especially like head on everybody, man?
Why the fuck it gotta be me?
Talking about the vaccine, because you should take it and do this and that.
You should take it.
But when they were doing drugs and shit like that, way they didn't give a fuck what they were putting in their fucking nose, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's,
Or drinking, like.
well, that's my own decision. Like, I didn't get fucking. Yeah. Government's forcing you to do something, boy. They on that shit ain't right. I wouldn't.
No, but if it was that bad, man, they could have mandated.
Hey,
it.
want to roll this up, Jim? Yeah, I got it. I'm already halfway done.
They could have mandated it too, man. It was that important.
Yeah, but it wasn't that important.
That's the only way I would have took it. They would have mandated it.
I would still wouldn't have took it. They would have never been able to mandate it. I mean, they kind of did way because you know how they did it. They made people with important jobs. They made the company. If the company don't make them do it, then they get a big ass fucking fine.
Oh yeah.
And that's what happened.
That was all federal workers.
A lot of people fucking quit their jobs because of that.
Watch this shit, way.
Page 127. My clit swell up, thanks, Daddy. Daddy sick me, disgust me, but still he sex me up. I nauseous in my stomach, but hot tight in my twat. And I think I want it back. The smell of the bedroom, the hurt, he slapped my face till it stings.
What is this, Derek?
Will I get my time back?
Some book.
Oh.
Yes or no?
Hey, wait.
All 45
Derek,
seconds now.
you know what we should do?
My 30 seconds back. I want my 45 seconds back. You're taking my time. It is. It's in Legacy High School.
Okay, that was the question, and then you said the title is
Push.
And then who is it from?
Sapphire. I want it back. The smell of the bedroom, the hurt. He slapped my face till it stings. And my ears sing separate songs from each other. Call me names, pump my pussy. In, out, all. I came. He bite me hard. A hump. He slams his hips into me hard. I scream pain. He come. He slaps my thighs like cowboys do horses on TV. Shiver orgasm in me.
Oh yeah. That's that bullshit that they be trying to make our
big hole. You love it. Say you love it. I want to say I don't. I want to say I'm a child.
I already know about that, but you probably don't.
Popping grease and frying.
They're reading books that's in the kids' library.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know. Just let the kids watch it. Don't tell me about it. Just let the kids do it. Listen, you fucking puto. What do you think about that little SPM son putting out a fucking rap song? Fuck that. The Vato SPM's raping little kids and that puto's raping little kids. Just kidding. That's how they're gonna look at him over there.
So what else you guys want to react to? Hey, Derek.
We should stop this live, go cut out that little piece, and then go live again. But this time, put breaking news, must watch, the shit like that, like terrorist attack and post it because it's breaking news, man. I bet you hell of people don't know about that yet.
They don't.
Mm-mm.
Unless it's not true, man.
I mean, how can it not be true? They can't fake that. You didn't see them people on the side getting shot? But it might have been water guns. That's it.
All right, folks, we're about to end this stream. Folks.
This dude does sound country. You said that earlier. What? That sound country. All right, folks.
All right, essays, we're about to end this stream.
Our next live is going to be about, why the fuck did he say folks? Well, he don't even know. Look at his face. He's like, oh my God. Now we say folks around here. Is it?
Fuck yourself.
Hold up, Wes. You want to do that there?